Can we just get another hand for these incredible women that have gone before me? I'm here to talk about breathtaking amounts of privilege, apparently, in the context. So just, that's what I'm doing. Yeah. Gonna get this tangled. That's my next goal. Got it. Vaginal flora is my topic. They said it's the Memphis Monologues. It's like the Vagina Monologues, but you write your own, and I think I may have interpreted that too narrowly because I have literally written a monologue about vaginal flora, which sounds botanical, isn't. It sounds like the best description ever of like every Georgia O'Keeffe painting, right? What am I looking at? Vaginal flora. Yes. Yes, I see that. Yes. Not what it means. No. It refers to the microorganisms that live in the vagina, specifically the bacteria and yeast, and we absolutely need them to survive. Before any of you even think about, ew, don't think that. It's all in your gut. Like, our microbiome is part of us. Gotta stay alive, we depend on it, we're symbiotic organisms, so is the vajay. She needs that bacteria and that yeast, and they keep her healthy and happy, and what can happen is, if one of those two guys gets, like, say, low self-esteem and dies off a little bit, the other does not wait patiently for the balance to be restored. No, it makes a land grab, is what happens. So if, say, you've been on antibiotics for something random, swimmer's ear, and the bacteria died off a little bit that summer when you were 13, the yeast, yeah, they're gonna make the land grab, and you're gonna have what's known as a vaginal yeast infection. That's what happened. Summer I was 13. I had gotten home from camp, looking forward to fall, really excited. Football, school supplies. Had a little bit of summer to kill. Told my mom, I said, Mom, I'm going to ride my bike on the quad all day and fantasize about fall. And she was like, be back by supper. So I'm riding my bike, I'm thinking about my notebooks. And then it comes to me, suddenly, the itch. It's right there. Right where you can't, not in our culture, no, there will be no scratching of that in public. But I'm riding a bike, so I just give that seat a little shimmy. And it's taken care of, no problem. I can go back to school supplies because I am going to conquer the 8th grade that fall. And, nope, wait, hath returned. Maybe give that a real deep wiggle. There we go, now we're good. All right, school supplies. Really? You see, what happens in a vaginal yeast infection is that your itch-scratch paradigm is befuddled. So what I understood as a 13-year-old was when I have an itch, I scratch it and it goes away. That's how it is supposed to work. This was my entire understanding. But with the yeast infection, you are just spreading around the stuff that's making you itch whenever you scratch. So you're buying your next itch and it's getting worse. And I was starting to panic. Riding that bike around the quad going, okay, school supplies, school supplies, school supplies. Why? I gave up. I was like, I gotta get home. I don't like to think about what anyone who saw me that day thought I was doing to that bike seat. It's just really best not to dwell. I get home, throw the bike down, I say, Mom, I'm home, I'm gonna take a shower. This confused her, I'm sure, because of A, She wasn't expecting me for hours, and B, the sudden interest in hygiene. I got in there, y'all, I tried hot water, I tried cold water, I tried soap and shampoo and conditioner and everything I could find in the bathroom, and nothing would make the itch stop. I did not get any sleep that night. Just stayed up, just me and the itch. I heard my mom get up the next morning. I ran to her. I was exhausted. I said, Mom, I need to go to the doctor. She says, okay, let me call your pediatrician. I was like, no, Mom, not that doctor. I think for a moment she probably thought I was asking to see a psychiatrist. Probably would have been my next stop. I finally managed to stutter, I need to see the woman doctor. Okay. She makes a phone call. She gets me an appointment on our white privilege phone. It's a slimline, white slimline privilege. That could be a whole bit. We're not supposed to ad-lib, sorry. Thank you for calling white privilege. For immediate access to healthcare, press 1. For real estate, press 2. For my child is gifted, press 3. Para español, aprima, hang up. Sorry. None of that was in my monologue. Okay, I'm at the appointment. OBGYN appointment. We got this. I'm in there. I've, no pants, feet in the stirrups, draped. The OBGYN walks in, lifts the veil, and I swear to God says, oh, you've been scratching, ain't you? Shame. My whole body, it was like lava. I could just, shame. Yes, I had been. It's been itching, ain't it? Anyway, all right, diagnosis, vaginal yeast infection. Prescription, pharmacy, back home, got it. All right, dump this out. It's a box. It says gyne-lotrimin on it, okay? Dump out the box. And I have 7 little eggs that are individually wrapped and some sort of plunger. It's a launcher, let's say. It's a launcher. Okay, so what your body needs in this situation is an antifungal cream, but it needs it all the way up in there. And so this is very clever. What they've come up with is a substance that at body temperature is the cream you need, but at room temperature is a solid. So you take out your little egg and you put it in onto the launcher, and then you insert that whole thing just like a tampon, only a little bit further, and you hit the plunger and deploy. The egg is deployed. And you pull out the launch, okay. And now you wash this off in the sink because you're going to have to use it for the next 6 days. This is a 7-day course of treatment. And then the last instruction, unfortunately, is not go about your day. The last instruction is lie down because your egg is melting at this point. And once it reaches body temperature and becomes the cream, that's a good thing, but you don't want it to just gravity out of you. So you got to go lie down. All right. So I did this. 7 days, mischief managed. Conquered the 8th grade. The next time I got this happening to me was 3 years later. So now I'm 16. Good news is I know what this is. So I am not befuddled by the itch this time. I'm a pro. Problem is I'm now at boarding school and 4 hours away from home and my doctor, and I don't know what to do because I am not telling this to the school nurse. So I call my mom and I'm like, Mom, do you remember that time that thing happened in that place and we had to go to the doctor and get that stuff? And she's like, yes. It's happening again. I've deployed my mother. She gets on the phone, she calls the doctor calls in a prescription to the pharmacy where I am, 4 hours away. She then calls the pharmacy and says, "You have just received a prescription for my daughter. I need it delivered to the following address." Gets all, just logistics, right? And then she says, "Now listen up. Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna take that box and you're gonna wrap it in brown paper. You're gonna tape it on every side, because if my daughter gets this delivery from your pharmacy and is embarrassed in any way, I will personally come down there." And I actually don't know what she threatened him with. I don't know if it was physical violence or just arson, but she put the fear of God in that man, because when I received the package, within an hour, I have the package, and it is like Russian nesting dolls, actually, to try to get to it. But that bit worked. So I'm in my room, I unpack it, and it's a box, and I'm expecting gyne-lotrimin. What do I have? This says Monostat 7. This is not what I was expecting. Dump it out, 7 eggs, launcher. I'm good, okay, I'm good. And then it hits me. I share a bathroom with 15 teenage girls. I am not gonna pull this off. I could sneak the launcher and the egg. I could get that into the stall. That's not a problem. The problem is that I've got to go to the sink and wash this thing off, right? And the sinks are not in stalls. No, it's an open floor plan bathroom. And I can't wait for the coast to be clear, because my egg is melting. I'm on the clock here. And even if I got away with it one night at the busiest time for the bathroom, right before bedtime, right before lights out, the very idea that I will pull this off 7 days in a row is not happening. I'm starting to panic. Oh God, here comes the shame lava. And I don't know what to do, and I'm trying to work it out, and suddenly, y'all, I don't know how to explain this, but something in my brain just clicked. And my brain said, or I could decide to not be embarrassed by this. I could choose to not be embarrassed. This is not embarrassing. Okay. How will this go? My first thought was nonchalant. I'll just waltz in there. Be like, "Hey, how are you?" Going in here now, I've got my launcher. No, it's all good. I'm just vaginal yeast infection, no biggie. No big deal. I immediately saw the problem with that. Does anyone else see the problem with that? Yeah. The rumor mill was the problem with that. If I was nonchalant about it and just tried to play it cool, the whole campus within like a day would know that I had herpes shingle rickets. No, if I was gonna pull this off, I was going to have to make an announcement. I was going to have to be proactive. To get ahead of this thing, I was going to have to control the narrative, and that was going to mean I was going to have to tell everyone that this was happening to me, and therefore I am not embarrassed by it. And so, again, I was a teenage girl at the time. Just want to reiterate that. I wrote a song. Is it okay if I play it? Is that all right? Help. Whoop, you got it. Yeah. Got that? Yeah? All right. So this is a song I wrote about accepting your body even on the day when your vagina gets sick. Gyne-lotrimin is my friend. Monostat 7 is pure heaven. and it acts like a beast. I get some monostat to have a feast on my yeasty beast. Gyne-lotrimin is my friend. Monostat 7 is pure heaven.